The first time you see any new teacher, it's natural to ask questions like this. Who is this person and why should we listen to them? And I hope that I can answer these questions and maybe some other questions that you might have about me so that we can start building trust and start knowing each other and having a relationship, which I believe are very necessary prerequisites to learning together. So I will start at the beginning. These are my parents. They grew up in Oakland, California, and after they graduated from San Jose State University, my mom became a teacher, and my dad went to dental school in San Francisco. And in 1975, they moved to Davis, California, where my dad started a dental practice, and my mom gave birth to my sister, and then to me and my twin brother. And there we are. I thought that in this slideshow, I should embarrass myself a little bit by showing you some pictures of me when I was about your age. Here is me with some of my family at the top of Cloud's Rest in Yosemite, and that's Half Dome in the background. Here I am leading my high school jazz band at the Monterey Jazz Festival in 1994, where I played trumpet all the way through college and graduate school, but at this point it's been a while since I picked up the horn. Also through high school, I worked as a bike mechanic at a professional bike shop in downtown Davis, and I began a lifetime of long distance riding. This is me and my twin brother at age 15 completing our first double century. All of this, along with 310 credits and a 4.0 GPA in high school, got me into the engineering program at UC Berkeley. And so off I went to this apartment building right here, which is about 2 blocks from the UC Berkeley campus. Incidentally, my parents bought this building in 1983 with the hope, or perhaps the expectation, that my brother and I, who were 5 years old at the time, would attend this school. I did, in fact, go there and graduate with a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering in May of 2000. I had the responsibility while I was in Berkeley of managing this building, which really meant that I could hook up all my friends with a sweet apartment close to campus. Really, this was the height of my unexamined privilege. I didn't really know that everybody didn't have access to a little apartment building a couple of blocks from an elite university that they attended, but I would soon learn. I did, right after graduating from Berkeley, I headed to the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, where I would eventually graduate with my master's degree in mechanical engineering. My emphasis was on mechanical design and entrepreneurship. And when I returned to the San Francisco Bay Area, I started a company based on some innovative bicycle components and tools that I had been designing for a number of years. That business failed for many reasons. I will share one of those reasons with you. I did spend a lot of time supporting myself financially, writing Java-based web applications and managing a small Linux network instead of actually developing my prototypes. And so after a few years, I got pretty burnt out on the business and the software development. And in an effort to try to do something positive, I began volunteering and trying to use my skills for good. I began working with the Bike Kitchen in San Francisco, and I also began working with an industrial arts school in West Oakland called The Crucible. And then by the invitation of my very good friend Dave Chen, who's pictured here holding my infant daughter, I also began volunteering at the Street Academy. I knew Dave from the porch of our apartment building in Berkeley back in the 90s. And in spring of 2005, he had just started teaching at the Oakland Emiliano Zapata Street Academy. And he invited me to help do something about the horrible computer situation at this school. So we ended up gutting hundreds of old broken desktop computers from the Street Academy and replacing them with newer working machines. And Dave suggested that I enroll in a teacher education program and become a math and science teacher at that school. And I knew a lot about math and science, and I expected that teaching these subjects would come naturally from this. I assumed that because I had been such a good student that I would be a great teacher. I was not. I have never failed so much in my life as I did when I first started teaching. And this forced me to develop my growth mindset. I had to find the discipline every day to study what was going right and what was going wrong, and to use this information to illuminate the path forward. I was fortunate enough to have many good teachers and mentors along the way who supported me as I engaged in this work and checked me when my privilege blinded me and encouraged me when I felt like giving up. So about 6 years ago, things were getting very serious with my then girlfriend, Gina. I asked her to marry me, and she said yes. And then during our engagement, we constructed a 5-year plan together. We always wanted to live abroad, so we decided that in 2013 that we would have 2 kids, and then we would transition out of our schools and pursue teaching at an international school. And in 2015, Natalina was born. In 2016, we began investigating the systems of international teaching. And in 2017, Mario was born, and I accepted this position at ASF. And so last year, in 2018, I arrived here in room 323 of the upper school, ready to start thinking about the next 5-year plan.